Taha. Right now I'm studying for my finals, but I need to get some essential wood from my house. Still, it doesn't matter how much I try, I just can't find where did I put my keys. And I guess we all in a situation like that. So far, do you remember which items I put my hands on them? Or the color of them? Or do you remember the guy who is standing background? The color of his shirt? If the answer is no,
You can help me with that.
just give us 20 minutes. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Before we talk about how to improve our memories, we should talk about what is memory. Memory is our ability to encode, store, retain, and recall information and past experiences in the human brain. To sum up, the memory is the thing that what makes us who we are. Every person has their own memories, first cycling, or first years, even our first years. We have them right here. So memory is kind of bridge that which connects our past to our present. If it collapses, just think about it for a second. What do you feel about it?
Actually, we wouldn't know how to put or recognize places. Actually, we wouldn't know how to use that computer. I can't imagine a world without it.
Yes, simply we will be lost in the darkness. And in psychological terms, memory is a set of encoded neural connections in the brain.
I will talk about a little bit the processing part. The perceived item of interest to be converted into a construct that can be stored within the brain and then recalled later from short-term or from long-term memory. Encoding starts with perception. The process of laying down a memory begins with attention, in which a memorable event causes two neurons to fire more. Emotions tend to increase attention. Attention leads process. Did you remember that time you were in front of the class and your teacher was yelling at you to solve the problem? Of course you did. This is the role of the emotions in our memory process. Also, studies have shown that most vivid memories are the emotional ones. The perceived sensations are decoded in the sensory areas of the cortex and then combined in the brain's hippocampus into one single experience. The hippocampus is responsible for analyzing these inputs and deciding if they will be committed to long-term memory or short-term memory. Think neurons as mountains. There is a cliff between them, which should be crossed in order to save your memories in your long-term memory.
Now we will see how to access our memories in three different ways. These are recall, recognition, and relearning. Let's start with recall. Recall is like how you reach back in your mind and bring up information just as you do in fill in the blanks. So if I say blank is the capital of Turkey, your brain would hopefully recall the answer as Ankara. Recognition, meanwhile, is more like a multiple choice test. You only need to identify old information. As in, which of the following is the capital of Turkey? You should say Ankara. And relearning is sort of like refreshing or reinforcing old information. So when you study for a final exam, you relearn things you half forget more easily than you did when you were first learning them.
I ask you something. What is the most effective way to learn and remember something? Your answer might be reread the chapter over and over again, or study on a topic at the same time in the same place, or even you would have no idea. If you give one of these answers, you could be struggling with remembering things for your exam. But as we said at the beginning of the video, we will try to help you to overcome these struggles. There are so many effective ways to learn and remember, and it should fit you. Experiments which have done by memory researchers submit that one of the best way to learn and remember is the self-testing. Also, we call it testing effect. Self-testing is an activity in which you test yourself and check your own answers. It's a good way to identify what you have learned and haven't learned. Self-testing is our keyword. Put it in your brain.
Finally, we skipped the boring part. Now I will talk about SQ3R method for you to improve your memory. The first step in the SQ3R method is survey. Skim the chapter, reading only the title, subtitles, italicized terms, boldface, prints, charts and graphs, and summary sections, of course. Notice the organization of the chapter. The goal is to familiarize yourself with the general ideas with the reading. Also make mental predictions about what do you think the readable material is all about. It's an important step that should not be skipped. Second step is questioning. To do this, change headings into questions. Ask questions on your own. Write down your questions in a notebook. And after that, try to answer the questions as you read. This should give you some opinion about your readings. Probably you will fail at answering the questions at first, but it's okay. People test themselves before learning, remember and learn better. The third step is read. In this part, we want to discover the chapter. Read each chunk of text actively, focus on 5 to 7 pages at a time. Take notes, mark with a highlighter, underline, and write in margins. Ask questions critically, make the ideas on your own. Try to figure out how they related to your life. Fourth step is recite. Immediately after you read the material, summarize what you read in your own words. To do this, try to do this without looking at the book or to your notes. The fifth and the final step is review. The step is not completed once, but is an ongoing process. So review the material several times following your initial read by going back out loud, answering the question you asked in the beginning, making flashcards and reviving them, using memory tricks to remember the material, making a study sheet prior to the exam. Go over the information daily to put it into your long-term memory. So, if we skip the conclusion, these methods may appear to be time-consuming and overwhelming at first, but in practice, they can be effective ways to get the most out of your study time.
If you want to remember something for a long time, there are a few more techniques that we can suggest you. First, focus. Focus your attention.
Does it make sense? My point is that you get it.
Test yourself often, but which I already mentioned it in SQ3R, but why are you making me say
In
that?
different places. You may study in a restaurant or in a garden, I don't know. Well, that wasn't what I expected, but if you're okay with
Take
that,
a break.
no problem.
Please close your eyes for 5 minutes at least, or I don't know, take a fresh air. Everyone has a different concentration periods or
A
break
good
periods.
night's sleep will improve your memory. First, find a good bed to sleep and try to sleep for at least 6 hours a day.
Use mnemonics, like my very educated mother just served us nachos. Is a mnemonic for remembering the planets in our solar system: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune. Create your own mnemonics.
Writing information on index cards helps you to learn and remember needed material more effectively than just reading a book or textbook. Use music. I'm a 19-year-old girl, and I'm still remembering the alphabet with music. You know that A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What you're trying to remember, music made it easier.
Divide and conquer. It's like trying to remember a big thing, big information is not an easy thing. So by dividing into parts, you might learn it easier.
Standardizing things in chunks. For example, you want to write a number. A full number with 10 numbers like 3, 1, 2, 4, 3, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2 might be difficult to remember. But by putting them into chunks like 312, 431, 20, and 12 made it easier. Let's play a game, a memory game.
Okay.
Okay, I will show you 10 items. You and my partner Taha will try to remember as many as possible.
We got a textbook, a mobile phone, a purse, and a cap. Water, a pen, a paper plane, some wipes, a brush, and a makeup bag.
So don't make clearly.
Okay, can you count them?
Yeah, okay, let's see. We got a hat, I guess, and we got a vibe.
Yes,
It was vibe, right?
yes, wipes.
And we had a pencil. We got a plane,
A paper plane.
paper plane, yes, and
6 more.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think that was that hard. Okay, notebook.
Yeah. 5.
A purse.
Yeah.
I guess that's all that. I'm done.
Okay.
I don't remember it.
Good job. It was good, actually.
Okay. So, can you count them?
Yeah, actually I can count them.
Okay.
Okay. A makeup bag, a purse, a paper plane, a notebook, a cap, wipe, water, a mobile phone, and a pen, and a brush.
Whoa, that was amazing. I mean, how did you do that? I mean, like, it wasn't that hard, but it still
Big
needs some effort to do it.
It's not so special. It's just a technique which I use. I created a story, and in story, I sit in the class and I got a textbook, and I make a paper plane with it. I write my name on it and throw it. It hits my friend's cap, and he spills the water, and I give him some wipes. Then at this moment my mobile phone rings, and that's my mother. My mother wants her brush back, and I took her brush out from my makeup bag, which besides my purse. That's the story.
So, if if I understood your technique, you're making stories by using these items,
Yeah.
but it doesn't actually be making sense.
Yes.
It just needs to connect each other so that you can recall them back.
Actually, if it's absurd, it's getting more
So,
memorable.
if you're that good, I got another game for you to play.
Okay.
Okay, so I will give you 10 items,
Okay.
and with an order, of course. You will give me the items when I ask their orders.
Okay.
Did you understand what I mean?
Okay, I understood.
Okay, so I want you to write down what I say
Okay.
in order. So,
Mhm.
so
Number 1 is mobile phone.
Okay.
Number 2 is cat.
Okay.
It's getting harder. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Number 3, Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Yeah. Number 4, Lopez's right shoes. Okay, it might be a bit hard. Okay, I'm going to go easy on you. Number 5, pizza margarita.
I guess we're in the middle of the time, right?
Yeah, I know, it's late. Number 6, Latin. And number 7, rectangle.
Okay.
Number 8, skirt. Number 9, Jennifer Lopez's left shoes.
Okay.
and number 10, hairy monkey.
Hear me, ma.
Hairy monkey, yeah.
Okay.
So,
What?
So what I'm gonna do is, I'm taking a paper from you,
Okay.
and I will ask the items. Oh, and yeah, I guess you got that. Number 6.
6. Elephant.
Yeah, okay. Number 7.
7. Red table.
Number 3.
3. Frankenstein.
Number 9.
9. Jennifer Lopez left shoe.
Yeah. And number 1.
Number 1 was a mobile phone.
And number 4.
4. Jennifer Lopez right shoe.
Number 8.
8 was a skirt, I guess.
Yes. Number 10.
And the last one. A hairy monkey.
Yeah. The last one is number 2.
2. Cat. Yeah, cat.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah, that's all I guess. So actually, it really impressed me actually. So can you tell us your secrets, how you did that, how you managed to do that?
I got another technique for it. Actually, in my mind, numbers associate with some object. 2 is for me a cat, and you said 2, 1 cat. And I have a picture on my head. In that picture, a cat wearing a cap.
So you're thinking it like a picture.
Yes, I think pictures.
Okay. So what about number 4?
Number 4 was 4 is for me a fire. And
Fire.
yes, and I imagine that Jennifer Lopez right shoe is burning.
Okay. So when I give you numbers, you turn them into pictures.
Yes.
So pictures recall numbers into your mind, and
Yes.
numbers recalls pictures in
Yes.
your mind. So you connect 2 pictures
Mhm.
into 1 picture.
Yes, and it's really absurd, as I said.
Yeah,
A burning shoe
Yeah,
or
obviously.
a cat wearing a cap.
obviously. Yeah, congratulations. I got nothing to say.
ne yapıyorsun?